Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How is life in your world? Everything here is pretty good. It is the 4th of July, Independence Day here in America. Um, happy Independence Day to all my American viewers. I don't know how many non-American viewers I have left. I know I have one. There might be more than one. If so, I'm sorry you had to work today. I do not. And the governor gave us tomorrow off for just because I got a 4-day weekend. So that means I'm going to be busy. And I'm going to be wrapping up these cabinets, putting the drawer fronts on, getting the top made, and then these need to get sanded and painted, and everything needs to get sealed. That's my plan for the weekend. And I also have a couple other things going on. I meant to grab something. I might do that a little later. But as you guys know, I'm a woodworker. I think that's obvious by my surroundings with the bandsaw and tools, but it might not be. But I'm not a woodworker. I don't do it for a living. I don't do it for money. I mean, I do. If you have a job you want, if you're looking for a woodworker, I'll make it for you. But I don't take a lot of commission work. Because I don't do this as a hope to one day replace my job. I do it because I enjoy being in here. I enjoy the kind of creativity and the satisfaction of having made something that is useful. I enjoy the process. So I don't do it for money very often, but I will. But I know that there are a lot of people out there who do this for money, or they do it, or they want to get into it, but they don't even know where to start, or they don't have a place to go buy the things that they think they need. I said think for a reason. It was not until last year that I found a source for hardwood. And up until last year, everything I had built in my entire life was built from wood I purchased at Lowe's or Home Depot, or maybe we have like an 84 lumber or something like that. It was construction lumber, it was pine, it was maybe oak or even poplar, the 3 species that are available at those stores. And I realized that some places you got lucky and you have a Home Depot that has some hardwood selection and whatnot. But last year I found a local hardwood dealer. And I think we've talked about it. I live in FAIRMONT, West Virginia, which is less than 20,000 people. It's a very, very, very small town in a very remote part of the world, Appalachia. We're mountains, and nobody comes here for any reason. There's no tourism here. There's no nothing. And I found a lumber guy. And he's like 2 miles from my house in that direction. I know I always point there and say, like, that's where practice is, and that's true. Like, that's essentially where the rest of everything is. So if there's a lumber guy in my area, chances are there's a lumber guy in your area. And I just left there. He met with me on July 4th. He left his family picnic to come meet with me because I needed to pick up a 8-inch, it's actually about 9-inch wide piece of cherry. You're not going to be able to see it. I'm not going to be able to haul it over here. Picked up a 9-inch wide, 9.5-inch wide piece of cherry because I need to make 6 drawer fronts, and I didn't think about it. And he said, yeah, I have a board for you. I've got it picked out. Come get it. So I drove over there. He met me. He took time out of his day to go do that. And he's an amazing man. He's a super awesome guy. He has an amazing selection of lumber from, it's all rough sawn. I mean, that's the thing. If you're going to go to one of these people, you're going to get rough sawn lumber that's not fancy. But the prices, I can go buy hardwood off of him nearly as cheaply as I can purchase pine from the big box stores. I have to do the surfacing myself. I have to bring the boards in dimension. But if you work hardwoods, that's how it is. Just accept it. So I go see him. I buy some cherry. I buy a nice big piece of walnut to make some new cutting boards. And as it always is with Mike, he always throws in stuff. He said, here, take some maple with you. I've got some junk maple that I need to get rid of. Make some cutting boards or whatever. He always throws stuff in, and it's always amazing. But so, this is a sales pitch for Mike Holt. Holt Lumber Company. Holt Lumber Company. I'll put this up on the screen. FAIRMONT, West Virginia. His phone number is 304-290-9714. Super awesome man. He sells to anywhere. I mean, he has a huge selection of wood. He has slabs, walnut slabs, ash, oak, you name it. Maple, in boards, not in slabs, but in boards, he's got maple and cherry and poplar and walnut and hickory and, I mean, whatever you want. And it's all locally sourced stuff. A lot of it, this piece of walnut he sold me today came from his personal farm. He has a farm with cattle. So this is extremely local to me. And the point of this all is, local business exists. And I know that for a lot of people, finding a local business like this is scary. You feel like you've never gone to buy lumber before, and you don't understand how board feet work, and you don't understand how they rate the wood and grade the wood, and you feel uncomfortable going and asking questions. And I know that I've been that person. I've been scared to go walk into a guy's barn because I didn't know what I was talking about. But with Mike, it's never that way. He is the nicest person you've ever met. He will walk you through the process from start to finish. He will cut the wood for you if you need it cut. He's amazing. So go see him, and he will sell. And I bet you if you called him and you wanted to, he would ship to you. He's that nice. So yeah, this is a sales pitch. It wasn't meant to be. The other thing I did today, going along the lines of local business, before I went to meet him, I went and met with Ashley at Whiskey River Woodworks, which is something I've been seeing on my local Facebook. They have apparently had a CNC machine because they do a lot of sign work, and I needed some sign work done because a friend of mine asked me if I could make a thing for him, and so I said I need somebody with a CNC to do some cutouts for me because I've tried to do this stuff by hand in the past and it sucks. And so I just kind of messaged this Whiskey River Woodworks out of the blue and said, "Can you cut MDF? Will you cut MDF on your machine?" Because I know some people will not cut MDF on their machines. And I said, "If you will, I need a logo cut. Will you do it for me?" And she said, "Absolutely." And then I went and met her and picked this up and immediately went to see Mike. And so, just within a span of 20 minutes, I have a half of a project is cut out for me now that I need to assemble. Way more wood than I intended to pick up got picked up at my local hardwood supplier. And I'm helping 2 individuals who I now know personally succeed, and I think that is the real value. I'm not running to Home Depot to buy whatever I can get there because it's difficult for me. I'm buying the wood that is the correct wood for the job that I'm doing, and I'm supporting local business in the process. And I really think that is a very important part of this hobby, because without the local business, the box stores they're focused on home renovation. They're not focused on guys making cabinets in the garage. So find somebody in your area. If you don't have somebody in your area, call my guy Mike and talk to him, and he'll probably help you out somehow. Find somebody in your area and just go talk to them. Chances are they're amazing people, and they will help you in any way, shape, or form that they possibly can. Because like Mike's a woodworker. He's passionate about wood because he loves wood. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Thank you for being here, as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. My poor pupper is scared out of his mind right now, so I'm going to go cuddle him and keep him safe through the boom boom terror night. So, yeah, thanks. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from learning.blogs.newyorktimes.com. When did Lindbergh cross the Atlantic? On May 21st, 1927, the aviator Charles A. Lindbergh landed his Spirit of St. Louis near Paris, completing the first solo airplane flight across the Atlantic Ocean. Lindbergh was just 25 years old.